retired to be the head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. He said the mission was to be the best team in the NHL. 5 seconds away. Played out, and the Carolina Hurricanes are the best team in the NHL. They won the 2026 Stanley Cup. It's yours, Carolina, and it's coming back to North Carolina. The Stanley Cup, and the Hurricanes are world champions.
Yeah, baby!
Let's go, Canes.
I have goosebumps.
Stanley Cup champs. Stanley Cup coming back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's go.
Take your shirt off. Right now, it's been like a helicopter. North Carolina.
Are you serious?
This actually happened.
Jordan Stahl lifting that bad boy up above his head last night. It was like a collective hell yeah you could hear across the triangle last night when he hoisted the cup. I mean, what a moment, and what a night for our state. Carolina Hurricanes, Stanley Cup champions.
Yeah.
So good. Wow. You know, I was watching the Knicks Spurs finish, right, on Saturday night.
Right.
The Knicks win the championship, and I heard the best sort of like summary as to what a championship means to a city. And I thought, oh my God, that could be the Canes Sunday night.
What was it?
The broadcaster for the Knicks said, the ultimate love letter that anybody could write to a city is when a team wins a championship.
It's true.
It's the ultimate gift that can be given to a city. And I thought, oh my God, if we win the Stanley Cup, that gift is going to be given to Raleigh.
We're going to be in love with our team.
And here we are, baby. And it's true, because think about the entire journey, and here we are at the end, and the gift has been given to the community. We have all united, and we get to celebrate today. And thank God for Rod Brindamore, and
No
thank God
doubt.
for those players, and thank God for all of the Caniacs that showed up, because what an experience that we're all going to remember for the rest of our lives.
1,000%. I love seeing him smile. He doesn't never smile on the ice. He was losing it, and I was losing it. It was so good to see him lift that cup again. Oh, my God, what a night.
Well, what you missed there, I don't know if you've seen this video. I got a hot video to show you in my phone right now.
Is it the one where Rod takes his shirt off?
Yeah, he goes.
You act like I hadn't seen
Who
it.
needs
Come on.
Magic Mike when he got Magic
No.
Rod?
Oh, my God.
I like that. Oh, go ahead.
People are calling for him to take his shirt off. There he go, rips it. I swear he looked like Hulk Hogan in the locker room last night. I mean, people are like, dude, this guy's in his 50s and he's ripped. But yeah, he ripped his shirt off. I'm like, I need to show this video to Sarah tomorrow morning if she's not seen it yet.
Show me. He sent that to my inbox.
He sent it to
He
you
said,
immediately.
girlfriend, you had that picture of me by the waterfall back in 2006. This is the new one for your wall. I just love that the players were making him take his shirt off. Like they were like, no. You got to do this naked. Tarps off, bud. Tarps off.
You got to love it that the coach is more jacked than any of the players are. This is Rod after the game, right on the ice. Just what a moment for him, his family, and the entire team and our community.
These guys, I wanted as a player. I'm so happy for these guys. I wanted as a player. I really wanted it, but I wanted it for these guys as a coach because it just means so much. And to see how happy they are. I'm an old guy now, but I had my one. Trust me, I'm glad we got another one, but it's for these guys. This is what it's all about.
When that clock finally hit zero, I know you had them playing till the end. What were you feeling?
Well, the empty netter, right? Like that's just like, holy mackerel, this is going to happen. Because, we were in it a little bit at the end. Obviously, we made huge saves, busts. It's such a great story with this team. You dig into it, it's amazing, and I'm just really proud.
Emotions? Like, who are you thinking of? What are you feeling?
Well, there's so many. You can't even put into words. I was thinking about my dad, who passed away a few years ago. He would love to have been here. My mom's at home. She couldn't make it. She was under the weather, but my kids are here. It's come full circle, and I'm overwhelmed, to be honest.
Let's go, Rod. Love that guy.
I love him.
Don't you love the team first mentality? Every single person that they talked to right after the Stanley Cup, it was all about the team. It was all about Rod. It was all about winning it for Freddie.
The next guy.
It was all about the next guy.
Well, that's what I like about this team also is the fact that it's not just star players. It's the team. You know, they had, what is his name, Marner on the other team and like a couple of other guys that were like standouts, but we are the whole team. You can't send a bad guy out on the ice, and that's how you win it.
I know. Very excited that Jordan Staal, no doubt about it, got the MVP last night. And when we scored that opening goal and we were up 1-0, there was just a feeling about that moment. I'm like, oh, here we go.
That's right.
The Canes have something going on right. There was an it to last night.
I agree.
With how the team approached that moment. And then it gets to the third period. We're up 2-0, and still a close game in hockey, especially with this series when it has been absolutely wild to watch. But, man, their defense was in lockdown mode. I think Vegas at one point only had 2 shots on goal in 30 minutes of action, which is insane. And then we got that empty netter from Nikolai. It was just like
Nikolai Ehlers.
Nikolai, yeah, thank you, Sarah. It was just that culmination, that moment of like, okay, now we can now celebrate.
Yes.
But it was all leading to that. It was just awesome.
Well, you felt that in the players, too.
Oh, my God.
I don't get it.
Didn't you feel the release watching the players? Because, you know, like, honestly, at the 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark, I was thinking, you know, we were up 2-0 and the defense was just stifling. I thought, oh, yeah, we've got this one in the bag. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
Yes.
And you could feel the intensity in the players, you know, it's just rising. And then that empty net was just like the permission to go crazy.
That's right.
To release all of that before the actual final buzzer.
And then you see, and then you see the camera pan over to the team. It was exactly the energy you talk about. It's like okay, we
jumping
can,
up and down.
The preamble
we can now
to the big celebration.
we can now finally celebrate. And Rod Brind'Amour is so happy and emotional. I was getting ready to say a second ago, yeah, the team, they just all rooted for each other, which I think that's my favorite thing about this team.
I agree.
Is they just rooted for each other. It was always celebrating the next guy. And when they're passing out the Stanley Cup from Jordan Staal, then he gave it to Freddie, who's been through so much recently and carried us through most of the postseason except for the last 3 games. What a moment for him to say, Freddie, we love you, man. You're amazing. Here, take the cup from me. But it was the behind-the-scenes shot that I love was it'd be like they give it to the guy, and then you see all the players behind him as that guy skated off with the cup, and they're all celebrating, like, go out there and hold that cup up. I'm like, all of it was just like, this team loves each other.
They're best friends.
It was just so cool
Jarvis
to watch.
said that. Like, they did Adam Gold asked Jarvis Adam Gold works down the hall from us, and there's a video of him asking Jarvis how he feels. He's like, I just won the Stanley Cup with 25 of my best friends.
I need to get that audio. That's great.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
It is the dream. Good old Canadian boys were there, too, by the way. Speaking of
course.
Jarvis. And we know who paid for that tab to get them to Vegas.
Jarvis.
Oh, yeah, it's Seth Jarvis making $8 million a year. It's fine. That's what we would all do when we got a friend making that much. But congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes. Morning Fame, I had a chance to be at the Lenovo Center last night.
How did you get those tickets?
He waited. 3 o'clock. It was right on, right?
Very fortunate that I have a neighbor a couple streets behind me connected to the Lenovo Center who said, hey, guys, you want to come to the game with us tonight? And
Yes!
we said, yes. We will go to the game with you.
We don't have a sitter. That's fine. We'll keep them in the minivan in the parking lot. It's fine.
And I felt like I was having, honestly, an exorcism the entire night last night. My body, I have never felt the feeling.
I'm sure.
I know it sounds funny. But Brian and I have been telling you for years, Sarah, we have been going to so many sporting events our entire life. I have never felt the way that I did last night.
Really?
Like, there's just so many moments, like the goals.
More than seeing Butler in the national championship?
Okay, that's close. My Butler Bulldogs.
I know you're excited.
They ended up losing. Anyway, side note, it was just, it's been a long time, Brian.
Still mad.
But anyway, just that collective excitement of 19,000 other people losing their minds. And when we rolled up, we got there around, 6:45, 7. And we've been to a lot of tailgates outside the Lenovo Center. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is on another level. It really felt like, I know the Lenovo Center holds 19,000 people. I swear there's probably 25, 26,000 people around that place.
Yes.
The parking lot.
People paid to be in the parking lot.
The parking lot was just insane.
That's fun.
I look over at my wife, Sarah, like, oh, my God. This is wild. I felt like I was going to like a Super Bowl celebration or something. And then you walk in an hour before, and it just was packed.
People were radiating.
Yeah, they were ready.
You felt, that was a great word for it, Brian. You felt that energy of everybody. It's like, oh my God.
It's tonight.
And then they were scoring goals. Then it's up 2-0. And then it's 2 minutes left. And then it's 1 minute left. We have that empty net goal. And it was just like this euphoric collective moment of everybody. And you just felt that so hard. And then we walked outside. Like 30 minutes later, we watched all the post-game stuff inside as everybody stayed right where they were.
That's cool.
Singing Sweet Caroline.
Yeah, let's go.
And then we walk outside, and guys, mind you, we had the plaza party outside too.
Of course.
Which was a whole other thing, and we were walking out, we're like, oh my God, what are we walking into?
Yeah.
Because the concert outside was still going on. And everybody that was in their 20s were going out there hard.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what? This is the whole scene about it was just nuts.
Did it turn into a big parking lot party once the two crowds merged?
Yes, that's what it felt like. It was like we walked out and like, oh, everybody from the Lenovo Center inside is now blending with the plaza party going down.
Yeah.
There's, we're singing Sweet Caroline. They're singing, the last song was Wagon Wheel, which was cool. But that was the final song of the day. But so many moments for all of us that we're going to remember forever because of what the Carolina Hurricanes did.
Gotta love
What a
them.
night. Sleeping 3 hours never felt so good.
Woo!
Let's go, Canes.
Celebratory DoorDash?
Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. Large coffees?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Team No Sleep. Assemble. But so damn worth it. Carolina Hurricanes.
So
the
good.
Stanley Cup
We did it!
champions.
So good.
Anyway.
Oh my God, winning a Stanley Cup. This is freaking awesome, guys. Let's
Yeah.
do it again next year.
guess
I think
what?
that's a great idea.
We have a parade on Saturday.
I love parades!
Yeah, we got a parade.
Yeah. Can you pass